everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching the first one because I had so much fun making it. And you know what I'm saying? We about to get into part 2. I know you're like, who is this person? Beautiful creature sitting next to you, Courtney. It's my boyfriend. So for part 2, he's gonna sit here and help me tell the rest of our story. Excited?
I am.
Are you nervous?
A little bit. Okay,
I am too, honestly. It's a lot going on here. I ended on when we both had met in the basketball court. And wasn't you hyped that I came up to you?
Yeah, I was super hyped.
See, look at that.
This guy, crazy. So we met at the basketball court. After I saw you, we didn't talk for a while.
Yeah, for a really long time.
It was a minute. And then I think after that it was a minute before we had spoke again. Cause I keep thinking about how many times I've seen you before we actually.
Yeah.
I saw you that one time. Before we met, I saw you in the cab one time.
Yes. When we started dating, we told each other the stories of like how we met and stuff like that from each other's perspective, like where we were at the time, like just our mind state and just like what was going on. And he actually mentioned that he saw me way before he went upstairs to the dorm room, which is crazy because, and it wasn't like a long time before then, right?
Yeah.
No, it was like.
I just laid just on the floor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that was
Where you saw me at?
I saw you in the cab.
I was looking cute, like what was looking?
I saw you in the cab. She had on the blue blazer.
Yes. I was a student ambassador.
Word. She had on the blue blazer and you was just chilling.
Yeah.
You was chilling with your homies.
I was.
Yeah.
And he saw me. And then but when he went upstairs, the person he went upstairs with didn't tell him like,
yeah,
oh, we're going here.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey bro, like come with me.
Yeah, that was what it was. Just one of those things.
Which is so, isn't that crazy? Like how it's all like coming together, right?
Like mad different angles.
Yeah. It's so crazy. So yeah, after we met at the basketball court, after that, we didn't speak for a while. And then Instagram.
Yeah, we did. We talked. I think we talked on Instagram first.
Yeah.
Before.
OD texting.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like little.
He commented on my picture.
Yeah.
And I was looking so
cute. You was like
cute.
in line myself too.
Like, is that factual though? Like, do you ever?
You shoot me a shot.
Saying that.
I responded. It worked out.
Saying that, I really was definitely doing a scroll and triple tapping on pics, like in comments, you know, trying to see the lay of the land. And on top of that, he had a picture up. Never mind. So, yes, so I did some digging within his Instagram, liked a couple pictures, you know what I'm saying? And he commented on one of mine because, you know, the girl was looking real cute that day. Thank you, see?
Right. The whole time, like, we lived right around the corner from each other. Like,
yes.
We never knew each other.
We never knew this.
The whole time.
The whole entire time, like before school started.
Yeah, like she lived in the spot in Jersey, like right around the corner from where I stayed.
Like not even like right away.
She was going to school in New York, so that's why we never probably went to school in the same area.
Yeah.
Had she not been in school in New York.
That's crazy. The whole entire time, like I'm talking before we met in college, before we both went to college, like we lived right around the corner from each other. We went to break finish, we didn't get to meet up, and we like vaguely talked. Second semester comes around, and that's really when we started to get it popping.
I think by that point, you said had already been moving and stuff,
moving and shaking.
Yeah, so it was just crazy. I think like we was learning each other on like so many different levels really quickly. So yeah, it was moving.
Yeah,
it was moving fast.
Yeah, 2014 was popping. In the beginning, it started going, I would say, I guess we were like still learning each other. We were catching a groove. Like we were in that like whole entire cycle. So it's real. Stop playing. We were in that cycle of like, I like you, but like what you're doing right now I really don't like, kind of thing. Like we were in that stage and it was just continuously like happening. And so until I got to a point where I was just like, I'm done. And I think you kind of felt mutual to me. We was just kind of like, this is not, not healthy.
It was,
yes. We got to a point where we both were just kind of like, this is not healthy. We should not be going back and forth like this. It's just not benefiting me, you, whatever. So we tried the whole friend thing. It didn't really work.
Yeah.
We tried a lot of times and it just didn't work. Like, we just understood that we had feelings for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you wanted to be my man at the end of the day. This really was tea, y'all. Like, come on. 2015 was really when things started going.
Yeah.
This is exactly what it means.
Because I feel like we had already drew them lines of separation like so many different times, but then we just kept kind of ignoring the line. So by that point, I think it kind of like settled in, like where you was just like, all right, word. And I was kind of like, all right, word. Like, in regards to like focusing on what I was focused on at that time.
Right. Which I agree.
She mad. I don't know why she would be mad at me. Like.
So after I saw him getting signed into the dorm room with another young lady, I was like, you know what? We good on this end. You do you, boo. I'ma do me.
So that was like, was this like your breaking point? That was like your...
I would go through stuff like that, and then we would just be like, you know, all right, cool. Well, if it's done, it's done, and we'll move on. Like, it was very mutual. We both had like the same feelings. I think we were tired of each other's nonsense at this point.
Because we wasn't like ever in a committed relationship. So I think that like, I think that's why certain stuff was kind of transpiring the way it was.
Yeah. We were never like in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm your girl, you're my guy.
Until we were like.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
We were never like that. So.
It was always just like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it.
Well, I think we both were like that.
I know, but you were always like word. Like,
But I think you misunderstood my word as in being like, either he doesn't care or he's like being passive aggressive, but I wasn't. I really cared about you, like at a level where I'm like, alright, word, if this is causing this, or if this is what we can't see eye to eye at, then I agree with what you're saying. Like, I feel what you're saying, even though it could have been other stuff that I might have known or whatever the case is. It still didn't change like how much I cared about you or yeah. So yeah, that was kind of weird too, because you would draw these lines and habitually jump over the line.
That's true, but it's only because you didn't like Speedy Gonzalez's process. That summer, I was very like, you know, I'm good. And then this man decides to call me. He called me. That's your phone.
Huh?
He calls me one night and I was away and I was just kind of like chilling. I wasn't really doing too much. And he called and he was just like, hey. He was honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. He was going in on me. He was going in on me.
Yeah.
He was definitely going in.
I was just letting you know, because at that point we had already spoke. We had already had an understanding of, you know, what we was doing going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just letting you know, just from a standpoint, like, I feel like it was always in question if I really cared about you. And I'm like, I don't see how, like, that was in question. Like, based off my movements or whatever the case is, like, I always moved a certain way, even though things was, like, kind of being painted in a different way.
Not by me.
But just it's still, like, it was being painted, so it was just, like, a narrative. But I do feel like it was harder for you to see that at that time. So you kind of went with that narrative, like, oh, I don't really think he cared about
because he was just, like, he was super nice. And he would, every time I called or if I needed something, like, literally, he was there. So it was never a question of, like, oh, you're being a jerk. It was never that. It was just like, okay, well, why you can't be my man right now?
Right, but I don't think you understood also at that time, like, the things I think I really needed the most at that time, as far as if I would have been in a relationship or whatever the case is, if we would have been together, it would have been more so just like on a trust side, like, and not for nothing else, not because you're not trustworthy, but just growing up, it was certain things that happened, and I feel like, you know, you gotta go through that process.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's what, you know, that was more so about, even though I do understand like how it could be perceived.
That's fair.
Yeah, 'cause I definitely trust you. I don't think I never not trusted you to like be the person I knew who you were, you know?
It was summer of 16 and he asked me, we're on the phone, and he was just like, you know, what are the 3 things you, or like not even 3 things, like what do you want in life? Like what do you want? And I was just kind of like, I want you.
Yeah.
I want to make God proud.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to, I don't know, get it together. Like I was just in confusion. Like it was just a lot going on. So I said that to him, and he was like,
this is
after everything.
Yeah, after we already talked and established
what we was gonna do moving forward.
Right.
And we actually started, like we used to do that back like before, be like, all right, this is what we're doing, but we would keep crossing those lines.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the first time that we actually were like, you know what, word, like I respect you enough to be like, let's just both bow out of the situation and just stay friends. I was like, this is it, nothing else. Oh, you called me to get me all riled up, and then that was it. Like we were on the phone for a minute, like going in on each other, just because you feel
it just came out.
Yeah, like your heart is in it. You gave your heart to someone, like, and you feel like it's not being taken care of the way you would hope it were to be, and you want more out of this person. You want more out of this situation. So that was pretty intense.
After that time, but during the whole time, like when all this is happening, like my main focus and priority is just like really trying to like just create like the dopest stuff, I don't want to curse, that I could. So I realized like a lot of that like kind of took my attention away, but at that time things had really started to slow down for me. Not from a creative standpoint or nothing like that, but from a life standpoint. Like we had did a lot of cool stuff, you know, leading up to that time, and then it was just different. Like God really slowed me down, and when He did that, you know, the biggest thing, like He showed me a lot of stuff, but the biggest and most important thing was it was you. It really was. Like,
I'm still crying.
And it was crazy because like it's one of them things, like literally we had just talked, like we literally just had like 3 conversations, like alright, boom, like this is boom. Then we had another conversation, like what you want. We got all these conversations. Final conversation is like, alright, we're not gonna do this. And then it's like God, He like allows me to feel those things and see those things. So I called her like, look, you know, like, this is what it is, like, and I'm not like forcing you to do nothing. I'm not like nothing like that. Like if this not what it is for you right now, I'll wait. Like, if you need somebody who's gonna compliment your purpose, not just like help you look good or whatever the case is. Even though you got that covered too, but yeah.
Stop playing with him, baby. After he called the second time, after we had that last final conversation, and he said all those beautiful things to me. Of course, I was like, yes. Can you hear me? Do you need me to text it? Yes, I will go out with you. I will go out with you. Yeah. And mind you, I was done. Like, I really was really done. He was really done. But the way God, like, brought us both back to be like, be quiet, children.
But I think that whole thing was significant. Like, we were done. Like, it represented like, a part of us that
needed to be closed.
That joint had to die. Like, because I had to, like, not for real. Like, I came a whole different way. Like, I didn't approach her like I knew her. Like, I approached her like she was a whole new person.
Oh my gosh.
Because I wanted her really to understand, like I'm not trying to play with you. Like, God dead told me something, and this is a very important mission. Like, and I really love you, and everything that I did before, I'm gonna love you so much that hopefully between that and God, we can like make a bit different.
He became a whole angel, but he always was. I think I just wanted that one thing from him. And honestly, at that point, I wasn't ready either. I think I was just trying to be like grown. But I wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. But when we were, like, we really be chilling, son.
Yeah.
Like, we be having the time of our lives. Like, this is my whole human best friend. Like, we really be into it. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the water.
This water.
For real, man. Treat you good over here.
Thank you so much for watching my second episode. I'm gonna see y'all again, you know what I'm saying, next week with another one. I'm thinking of doing a nice little home video.
Okay.
You know?
Word.
You like that? You'll watch that?
Word. I gotta clean up my art stuff.
I think so. I gotta go.
Right when you get in that pocket. YouTube video.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe, like this, comment. Let me know what you want to hear, what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you want me to bring back this gem right here. It's gonna cost you, but yes. And I will see you in the next video.